Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, and welcome to another very special episode of Battle Nations Radio. This is the 10th official episode, so thank you all for tuning in. We are really lucky tonight. We have special guest Gunvi, also known as the Boss Drop Machine. In the world of Battle Nations, he has all the R6 units. We're going to talk about a lot of his tactics and gameplay tonight, how he's been doing that, what's been the hardest, what's been the easiest, some of his rank up strategies. That's going to be really cool. And we are also going to talk about a little PWar versus MM rivalry, get into that, see how MM versus PWar, what they're doing to prepare, what some of the requirements are. Not to toot MM and PWar's horn too much here, but they are two very prominent guilds right now that are formed within the Discord and the community, and ready to go day one as the features come out. So let's go ahead and get some music played, and we'll get right into it. And let's go ahead and kind of introduce everyone here. It looks like we got Battle Nation's Emperor. Thank you for tuning in for another episode. And if you want to hop in towards the end here, we'd love to have you. We have Rye. Welcome back, man. Hope you're doing well. And we have JTV, VTJ. And we have Tom. Man, Tom, good to see you live. How are you doing? But guys, I have Gunvi with me tonight. I am super excited to have him. Gunvi, if you're able to, are you able to drop a link to your channel in chat real quick and talk about when you stream, kind of what you do, what your focus is?
Yeah, I'll drop a link right now. Let me get that for you. Yeah, basically, I stream every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I stream from 6 to 8 p.m. or CST. So catch me there. I play the game pretty competitively. You know, we play in the top guild or one of the top guilds. And I basically just grind, like all of us, waiting for updates and stuff, cool updates. And that's about it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And when you started out your channel, I know we talked about this a little bit before when we were like both. I think you had 30 subscribers and I had like 20 subscribers back in the day. But it's kind of good to get you back. You've really kind of hit your strides. You have fantastic thumbnails. Mine are still made in PowerPoint with my 5th grade PowerPoint learning skills. You've seen a lot of growth with the channel. It seems like you become very much more comfortable. The streams seem a lot more professional on your end. I know you have a relatively big presence on Twitch too, if I'm not mistaken. You started out your career prior to Battle Nations on Twitch. Is that correct?
Yeah. So I used to play Fortnite like 4 years ago, or 4 years ago. So I grew a channel for a bit there. And then got like up to 500 followers, I think. So
nice.
Yeah. Basically, nobody comes back from there, though.
Yeah. I gotta imagine that the Fortnite Battle Nations combo isn't coming just quite yet. Rye, by the way, I'm a huge chicken parm fan. That sounds delicious. Average Gunvi stream is talking about geopolitics while grinding on our silly little turn-based PvP game. You solving the world's issues while you're playing.
Oh, what'd you say?
I was making a joke about what Tom said.
Oh, okay.
No, so one of the things that I did want to talk about is you have a pretty impressive arsenal of R6 units. Guys, by the way, this is my gameplay, not his gameplay. What was the hardest or most tedious unit to rank up that you had? It doesn't have to necessarily be the most SP, but just in terms of, the formations just kind of stunk to do.
I mean, obviously the Wimp early on was probably the longest grind, like before we had any SP units to grind, like before we had any like real encounters. I did that at Saren, so that was I did that in combination with my frag, so that took forever. And then the next one I would say is probably I was doing the Peacekeeper, before I left for Florida, and then yeah, that's still a grind that I need to finish. Got
Well,
like
the
one more bottle.
Peacekeeper is the that's like the riot police unit, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Do you? So I'm assuming you probably do you mass produce a decent amount, like a free to play unit? Are you mass producing these a bunch when you're going to go rank them up?
Yeah, I like to just mass produce like random stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I got 400 peacekeepers on my main account. Yeah.
So what drove you to do another account? Was it just, hey, I want the extra challenge, I want a base to farm at? What kind of brought you be like, yeah, let's rock with another account here?
Well, I had my other accounts since I started my main account. So I've had them two. I had the two since the beginning, and the reason I did it was because I wanted to increase the chance that I got boss drops. That's the real reason I did it. So I created, the best way to do that is be able to kill the bosses as much as possible. So that's why I created 2 accounts.
Now, you are pretty notorious for having some of the best luck in the game. There's another player fighting Mike. Is that is that you?
No, I don't. I don't even know if I have you on my friends list.
Work of that.
Do I have you on my friends list?
I can't open my friends list right now. I don't know. I can't check. I have no idea. Potentially. But yeah, so we are. So you are very notorious for having essentially some of the biggest arsenal of boss drops, arguably, in the game. Are you having more luck with your main account or with your secondary account?
So I actually haven't had a boss drop for over a month. So I'm kind of falling off, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's I've seen people with like 3 ironclads, 3 sinisters, and like 2 tentacles. So I don't have that.
Yeah. So you're falling off on both accounts?
Yeah. No, I've been killing both them both on both accounts, and I'm not getting any boss drops, unfortunately.
That's tough. I've
the law of averages, huh?
I guess so, but to be fair, it's nicer to have them at the beginning because that way you really you have the time to rank them up, right? And do you have both Sinisters and Dexters?
On my second account, I have 3 Sinisters and 3 Dexters. On my main account, I just have 4 Dexters.
Okay. I would say, I mean, I'd probably prefer to just have all Dexters, to be honest.
Yeah.
Isn't it noted that the Dexters are better?
Yeah, very slightly, marginally, and not not by any, I think, real metric. You can't. Yeah. You can't even. You probably won't notice it. It's like a 5 bravery difference between 5 to 6.
Oh, that's not anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you do them all on the second account, by the way? Like,
oh yeah. I have R6 Sinister and R6 Dexter on my second account.
Oof. Okay. Imp was saying here, Gunvi and a hobby, political views. I think we're gonna play Battle Nations here.
This is hobby stream.
That sounds like I've had it was Denny who was fighting. That's hilarious. That sounds like I've had a couple beers and I've been doing boss strike for a while on live.
Sounds like Imp.
Yeah.
Did you see the me and Imp stream?
No. So I'm a diehard college football fan. I'm not sure if we've talked about this before, but Imp knows that. So I was doing kind of a staycation this weekend. So we had tons of friends in town. I wasn't active on Battle Nations or anything over the weekend. I was primarily just hanging out, watching some college football, which was super exciting. So it's good to be back to that. But yeah, I'll tune in for the Tuesday and Thursday stream. I'm generally always there. But you're kind of doing a tour right now, of kind of all the streams. Now the Battle Nation streaming community of itself is still relatively small. It's just me, you, Emperor. Is it Denny who's dipping his toes in as well?
Yeah, Denny's. I want to go on Denny's too.
Yep.
I was supposed to go on the other day, but we ended up just playing Among Us.
No,
Which
nice.
I should get all you guys on for Among Us. Tio wants to go Thursday.
Okay.
I don't know if you're free Thursday.
Yeah. So
We'll talk
you'd
about
be.
it after, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll touch base on it after.
Yeah.
Same. Emp had ESPN in one hand and BN in the other. Gunvi, you're kind of the best in the community. I've taken notes from you. You went to you were pretty quick to get your stream schedule out there, and I've taken note of that. So I'm trying to do Wednesdays here, trying to kind of make sure that there's an ever flowing stream of content. So that's been good to see. I need to get AP. I need to get with AP and make sure ours don't overlap though.
Yeah. His are on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Fridays. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I just need to make sure my Wednesday show doesn't overlap with his. But I wanted to see. So, guys, if you haven't, you see my name in the top left-hand corner. It's Terminator98. I would love for y'all to go ahead and add me in the game. Gunvi, have you had any success getting your friends list to work, or is that just kaput for right now?
Yeah, well, I kept my friends list short, so I didn't really add too many people. I just accepted my guild mates and people I hang out with.
Yep, that makes sense. Have you noticed an increase in performance in the game outside of the friends list since this?
So I feel like it's less noticeable on PC than it is on iPad, but when I go on iPad, I do see an increase, but less so on. I mean, obviously better than right before because it was kind of the servers were kind of bad, but before when they were working just fine, maybe a slight increase from there, but not too much.
Gotcha. Yeah, I noticed it on the phone right away. Are you more of an iPad player? Or I think you're more computer, right?
Yeah, I just play on computer. And then when I'm in bed, I'll throw on the iPad.
Yep. So this is a good shout out. Want to give Imp some love here too. Imp is generally taking the late night streams or morning primarily. My turf LMAO. One of the things I can most likely listen in. Like I listen to Imp like whenever anybody goes live in the morning. I always listen in the morning. I actually really like doing that if I'm at work or anything like that. The midnight streams, I get up super early for work, so I'm not a big nighttime streamer. But it's okay. The red tech engineer is going to steal Emp's position.
Lol.
Yeah, I've seen a huge increase in just in terms of people kind of breaking into the Battle Nations YouTube space. I am very curious to see what happens when the ad campaign starts to go live. I know you were able to tune into some of the Boris interview, but it was really cool to me. They were talking about the advertisements, and they're waiting until multiplayer is like fully fleshed out before they start doing that. You think that's kind of a good play there?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they need to have. I think their game is not in a marketable position right now. Like if I were just to look at it pretty objectively, even though I'm a fan of the game, I don't think they would have good retention if they started to market now, especially with low level being so rough.
Yeah, I think so too. Are you? Wait, what do you mean by low level being so rough? Ooh.
The gameplay is just pretty boring, to be honest.
Yeah, I think the campaign. I think once you knock out the campaign, and I have a bunch of missions saved at level 46 just for when the new, eventually the new content comes out. Are you thinking like they need more? Yeah, it needs more social multiplayer stuff before people will care. Kind of want to throw this to you and also the chat here. Are you thinking that we need more? Is it just multiplayer stuff? Do you think they need more levels? I know where I'm at, and I'll talk about that a little bit. But do you think it's do you think like once they do guilds and boss strike and they leave it at level 46, you think we're good, or how are you feeling about that?
I think 50 would be a good level for boss strike to come out, but when it comes to like getting new players in, it's pretty irrelevant because it will take them quite a while to get there.
Yeah.
It should. I mean, realistically, if they're new and they've never played the game before, it probably should take them 6 to 12 months to get there.
Yeah.
To level 46. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what their plan is. So I'm very confused on what. I've been very critical of the dev team recently.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Talking smack to Boris and MM.
no, I'm not talking smack to Boris. I'm just
joking.
saying, like, just looking at it from the outsider. I mean, their plays have been questionable, but I know they're a new team, so I want to give them some grace.
Yeah, I think Tom is kind of right here too. I know people have said like, hey, they're gonna do all the features. They're gonna restore the original game essentially before. And this is another, especially level 60 gets us AS Megas and Vets. I am personally of the opinion that I would like to see. I think it'd be fun to see like weekly and daily challenges and guilds and stuff like that first. I don't really need. I'm not hooked on like I need to have level 50. I'm fine where we're at level wise. But yeah, probably do need to push to level 50. Obviously before the end of the year. But we'll see what happens with that. I'm curious how quickly they'll be able to kind of lock in and handle this friends list fiasco.
Yeah, I think they really need to invest more in like solid developers. I don't know their budget. I don't know how much servers cost. Servers could be taking up a significant portion of their revenue.
Yep.
So I'm not too well versed on the
financials.
The financial side. I'd love to. Well, obviously none of us are because we don't know their financials, but we do have a rough estimate. I mean, they've probably taken in over if they have 10,000 players, I'd say at least 100 players have bought. I'd say they've maybe taken close to $500,000 in. So.
Oh yeah.
If not more.
I think they've gotten $500,000 from MM alone.
Yeah, so that should be more than enough to substantiate some good developers for the whole year, and I think they should take this project a little bit more seriously.
Yeah, and Lucen, welcome in, man. Good to see you. I think what I've seen pretty recently from them, and this is what's made me really happy, is I've seen a bunch of it looks like a couple new heads in the dev side, in the dev team. But I'm pretty pumped about that. It looks like they are growing, and that was my biggest concern, is like they're not going to grow. But once they start to grow, because a lot of these guys do have other jobs, but once the game becomes, multiplayer, there's more pay stuff, like hopefully this could become like a full-time, working studio, which would be fantastic.
That's what I would love to see. Yeah. I just like it's kind of it's fine to be working on the art.
Yep.
You know how they're updating that. Obviously it's going to cost them. I just don't think that's really what they should be spending their money on right now, is updating the animations or the arts on the storage. So, I mean, at the very bare minimum, I know it's a different department, but at the very bare minimum, I would say it's probably not good optics to post that stuff.
Yeah, it's a so I'm gonna kind of take a counter position here. I think I don't think like I agree with you. It's not like, oh, that's what I wanted to see was like the art update. But the sense that I got is that they were expanding. So they were bringing on people for different departments. So they like started to get the art department flowing. And essentially the people who were in charge of, who were brought on as a part of that team, they're not going to be able to help fix the friends list. That's not like their specialty. Like that'd be like taking, I'm not, we talked about it before the stream, but I'm not like technologically apt, so I'm not able to do that. But if I was good at art, maybe that is something I could do while this other stuff is getting taken care of. Oh, what's up? Low monkey boy. I can't say that fast. I will get in trouble. What's up, Abeloth? Yeah. Oh, your OG PvP versus Arena challenge.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Really?
OG PvP Arena challenge is a straight money grab.
It is a straight money grab, but hey, if it gets the friends list working quicker. Oh man, and yeah, Lucem, I don't know if the Gumbo crossover. What's up, Black Membrane? How are you doing, man?
What's good, Membrane?
It does look like so Gumby, I'm not sure. What's up, Denny? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, Lucem, welcome on in. Guys, also just again, please make sure go check out Gunvi's channel. He's Tuesdays and Thursdays. We are talking state of the game, this friends list fiasco, let's call it that. It's been a big, exciting week for Battle Nation. So there's tons of questions. If y'all have any questions for myself or Gunvi, do drop them in the chat. We got Towel here. Do we know why Madrona is dedicating resources to the art division when it seems like other aspects of the game seem to need more?
So this is my exact critique. Like, yeah, I understand they're different departments, and that's fine to have different departments. The problem is that department still costs money and is taking away from money that could have been spent otherwise.
Yeah, and
I would say that would be a decent argument if it didn't take away money. That's the problem. That's the problem I have with it. That it takes away money they could have spent on a more experienced staff maybe, or something else, because art style is like last on my concerns to be or last on my concerns and probably most people's concerns on the game development side.
Yeah, I mean, I am more so pro updating or refining the art style personally. Not for myself specifically, and probably not for a lot of OG Battle Nations players. I would say that if you take a look, it's in terms of game expansion, right? So if you take a look at like some of the newer games, obviously they're more refined, they look better, and realistically, with the way that things are in mobile games, you do need to have a little more like brushed up of a game. This is a very appealing style. It's very niche, I think. So I don't know. I'm happy that they're working on it. I don't know what the budget is. We have no idea what the budget is.
Yeah.
I think to your point, like the frustrating part here is like awesome art, but I feel like let's get friends and guilds going, right? We're all more amped for that feature.
I really hate to be so critical of them, but
yeah,
the friends should have taken probably less time than it. Like, I mean, I know they're a new team, but it should have taken less time than it did to develop. And I know that they, you know, Boris said they ran into some things, but this is a pretty known implementation or what do you mechanic friends and multiplayer in almost every game. So. I'm not sure. I think it's just lack of experience.
Yeah, I think this is a dev team that is taking on a huge project. Yeah, and endless is kind of saying what I was saying here. Kind of to my point earlier is that I think that the visual improvements are aimed more towards newer faces, newer players. The first thing that catches our attention is humans visual. If we talk about bang for buck.
Yeah, but it's all about MVP first. You know, have you heard of MVP development?
No, can you kind of walk me through that and walk the chat through that too?
So MVP development, there is like a short-term acronym for minimum viable product, and I really don't think we're there yet, because it's like a minimum viable product is like what you need for your product to be sellable, marketable, and just sellable and marketable. So. I don't think that I think the storage unit at its current state was good enough to be marketable, and the art style I think was honestly ahead of its time. Yeah. I know it might need a revamp, obviously, but a
facelift.
Yeah, a little facelift, but it's definitely on the low priority. I mean, there's definitely things that we should be getting before that.
Yeah, I agree.
Or at the very bare minimum, like if we're going to say that, I think it's a very bad optic decision to post it in the chat, especially for some of their bigger donators. It looks bad.
So I'm kind of coming through the chat here. I want to get kind of touch on everyone. Law is the thing we don't know is what their whole funding pay structure is. Madrona might not be paying people like a salary. It might be more ad HOC/volunteer thing. We don't know. I would assume people are probably getting some sort of compensation for this, though.
I think so too. They're probably getting something paid.
Yeah. Rise said if they wait until level 70 to balance the unit, it is going to alienate people who drop nanos on units that get nerfed or mass-produce free-to-play units that get changed. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. You can see all the units that are available up to level 70 right now in the game. If you buy a nano unit at an earlier stage, like there's a lot of resources available right now to kind of help you pick and choose your units. I would say I don't think they need to make like R12. What's a low level nano?
What was he saying? What was he saying?
He was saying if they wait until level 70 to balance units, which it does sound like they're going to do level 70 before they balance units, it's going to alienate people who drop nanos on a unit that gets nerfed or mass produced free. Oh, okay, I see what he's saying. So he's saying people might mass produce nano units that get nerfed if they do a balance change after level 70. That makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, I don't know how they'll do that, in all honesty.
Well, I think everybody just needs to be, hold on to their wallets and not release their wallets right now, and kind of wait, especially on those more, the more versatile or the more, what is it, volatile things that they might change. So just be careful on what you're spending your money on, especially the units that are in the game, and they could very well be changed in this near future.
Yeah.
BNAP ain't holding on to his wallet.
No, and hey, I'm not telling. Like, I would say definitely the best way to support the project as a whole is subscribe to the Patreon, even if you're doing like $5 per month. I would still say do that at the very minimum. Like, it is still a startup project. They're still trying to like get multiplayer and stuff, and they do need the funds for this. So I wouldn't say hold your wallet completely. Definitely support the game if you financially can, but yeah, don't go buy 500 mega tanks when they come out. On the off chance that there is some sort of like adjustment to them.
Get the units that you want.
Yeah,
get the units that you want, but don't like overbuy, especially on units like heavy chems, where they're good for SP and then in the old game, but might not be good in the new game. It might change.
I didn't even love heavy chem tanks in the old game, if I'm being honest.
They're really good for SP drops. Super good. But
they are for that.
I mean, most people shouldn't get a lot of them.
No. And then going back here, Lusum, sorry, I did see this. What do you think of an auto battle button? I know the concept of your units attacking for you isn't a top priority and something that will be frowned upon, but I think it's an interesting idea. I don't know how well. I mean, I don't know how that'd be implemented. In all honesty, I don't think it's a bad idea. Like, if I'm taking on these boards and I place 5 like chem tanks, yeah, they could auto battle. But I think it takes away from like, hey, you're spending the time to grind these. What do you think about that, Gunvi?
I mean, it was a functionality that was added into a game called, I forget, it was like a game similar to Battle Nations. It was like, what was that other game that was being developed before Battle Nations came out? Do you remember?
Like it was like a Battle
Chronicles.
Nations.
Chronicles. That they put that auto feature in there.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting feature. It kind of ruins the whole concept of the game, though. I mean, I guess for PvE, it would be fine. Obviously, it can't be implemented for PvP.
No.
But yeah.
What was Rye saying? Yeah, exactly. Even talking free to play, people are 16 units and investing that time become irrelevant later. It definitely will upset some people. Yeah, I mean, they're not going to majorly nerf any units that are available right now. Any unit available from level 1 to level 46 is most definitely safe from a debuff. So there's chances some could get a buff. I can almost guarantee that nothing's going to get debuffed at these levels. I mean, I don't think there's anything that's like crazy overpowered right now. Maybe I'm missing something, but I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, and then Law said, strategy is ultimately this being as a strategy game ultimately takes away from the strategy aspect. Yeah, and I agree with that. I mean, I just think it kind of takes too much, and it's like it is a conflict of interest for them too to have the ease of people just being able to click auto battle and the game's done.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
to really think of this
so quick.
Yeah, and really just to think of this game kind of as like not really strategically, which at this point it's not super strategic, except for fighting the Kraken and Dreadnought when we were lower level, which actually we had to develop quite a bit of strategies to beat it.
Yeah.
So that was interesting to see. I hope they can remake stuff like that. Well, that was unintended and was definitely a pay to win strategy. That's the unfortunate aspect of that it was a complete pay to win strategy. But I hope they can re-implement something like that with it being you can still beat it with free to play units, but it's pretty difficult, like almost impossible unless you have the exact correct strategy.
It is. Yeah, I mean, you can use your free to play nanos to beat them, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. It shouldn't take like 10 M10s though.
No.
Yeah.
No, I have 4 M10s and I'm rocking with baby groupers and other stuff, and it's working fine. I did want to talk about this. Yeah, we got order Chipotle with endless money donations. Out of all the units in the game right now, I think the ones that may need a little nerf are some of the TF2 units. Any thoughts on those or other units? Gunvi, you wanna take this one first?
For the TF2 units, I actually completely disagree. I think they're fairly balanced in the game. I actually don't think any of them, except for low level, or even low level or super OP, maybe raise. The only nerf that I would maybe raise to them would be the heavy and put that up like a few levels.
Yeah,
and that would be the nerf.
I'm with you. I think it's like a low level could probably use the nerf, right?
Mm-hmm.
I personally wouldn't advocate it. I wouldn't anything that's level 30 under.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't touch it.
Yeah, it's level 30 under such a hard point. So honestly, I don't think that TF2 units are like pretty bad.
No, and they're honestly for 35 nanos. Like getting a heavy is going to help you so much with that process.
Mm-hmm.
They did come out when level 70 was available back in the old game, but they're in a really good. Yeah, TF2. We'll get to this here, but Shmebo, I got out of class 2 early and driving home. Well, Shmebo, I hope we could just whisper in your ear right now as you are probably playing us through the car. But good to hear from you, man. I'm glad you got out early. AP was saying there should always be a way for free to play and pay to win with bosses. Man, I hate the idea that pay to win players got to beat the bosses first. It should be easier. I'll let you take the second here, but AP, I agree. I don't think that was their intention of like making it so only pay to win players. I think that, as Gunvi said earlier, that was an accident. I think that's why they're also kind of slow rolling level 50 is because they don't want to get put in that position again, which is why I think it's possible that we might see a boss strike before level 50, just so you can get boss strike units that are going to be able to help those free to play players beat those bosses. But yeah, Gunvi, or beat the Sentinel. But Gunvi, you want to kind of tackle that one here too?
What in terms of what you just said, we'll get some unit from the boss. I think Boris has said we might not get any promo units before boss strike, and that might even be including not a promo unit for boss strike as well. So, but yeah, that would be nice to get a promo unit to help out. But I still want it to be kind of pretty difficult to beat the Ancient Sentinel.
Yes.
But it shouldn't be pay to win. I mean, that's the problem with this. That's the fundamental problem with this game, is that it leans to pay to win. And I think if they had big investors, they probably would have probably revamped that side and modernized it. Because back in the day, you know, they made a lot of pay to win games.
Yep.
And now they're kind of leaning into more of a cosmetic monetization with battle pass sort of strategy, which honestly is more palatable in my personal mind. That kind of it works more than me, and it works like if you just get a cut, you know what you're paying for, and you can't get out skilled by other people's just paying
more
massive amounts of money. Yeah.
So I mean, I want to add one more thing here, and then we have a bunch of questions to answer. The thing that I was thinking about that is, I think we're pretty locked in to level 70, right? I don't think, maybe they'll make some. They didn't really say they have any concrete plans right now to make any nano units non-nano, except for the medium tank. But once we get past 70, hopefully we do see those what you talked about, like a battle, like I would love for there to be a battle pass in Battle Nations, by the way. I would buy it. Like even if it's cosmetic,
Yeah.
I think that'd be so cool. I know people are like questionable about battle passes because nobody wants to see the Ninja Turtles or Nicki Minaj running around in Battle Nations. But I think
Ninja Turtles maybe Nicki Minaj. Man.
yeah, I could like a Ninja Turtles ninja, almost like the Blood Ninja. That'd be actually kind of cool. But yeah, I think that's a good direction to go with once they get to level 70. I mean, there were units like the Plasma Artillery at level 70 that are free to play. That were probably some of the best units in the game.
Yeah, they added that at the end, and it was like a stretch.
Yeah,
it was bad. It was overpowered. And the balancing in this game was very interesting.
It got a little crazy towards the end, which is why they got to level 46, and level 46 is perfect. No balancing issues, you're fine. But past that, and then we have Progs here. I don't know if I've seen you, man. So welcome on in, and if I have seen you before, good to see you again. What do you think of having a unit spend a turn to change its attack pattern, like the M10 rotating its cannon to have a V-shape attack instead of an upside down V? Ooh, that's kind of cool. I think that'd be like a 2026 implementation if we saw anything. I just don't think it's going to hit 2025.
Oh yeah, no, that won't. What, you spend a turn to rotate the
attack pattern?
I think it'll be. I don't. It might even be implemented without that, without spending a turn. To be honest, I could see that being implemented. I don't think spending a turn will be implemented, but it might even be implemented without that. I think that's a decent one. Being able to flip your. But there's a lot of balancing to do on top of that. They need a bigger team for that kind of stuff.
Yep, and then we have TF2 soldiers basically make every artillery unit in the game obsolete until Frontier Chucker at the moment. That's fine. TF2 units are frankly meant to be used all the way up until level 70. That's how they were introduced.
I think that's a problem with lower level artillery, not with TF2 units being overpowered. I mean, mortar is just trash. All artillery is trash.
Yeah, I'm a big Murph knows. I'm a diehard. I love the dragon, but people do not like it, and I get it. I totally get it. It's super niche, but I've been vibing with it.
You like it because it's a good unit, or you like it because it's a cool unit?
I like it because it's a cool unit.
Yeah.
But I think I like it because it's an artillery that has armor. And that's the only reason at this point. I think it'll be good as a secondary, like in my second formation for Boss Strike.
Yeah.
And I don't really have anything to spend widgets on right now, so yeah. All right. Yeah. Yes. Hit me up in about 15 minutes, and then I would love to. We can definitely stick a third in here, Gunvi, if you're okay with that. If Emp joins.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, perfect. Boaka, it's not bad that Madrona take their time, but when they go radio silent for a month and a half, it's not fun. I would love bi-weekly announcements from the team. I know this is going to sound crazy, but they have been upping their communication to the... they have been upping their communication, I will say, to the player base. I know when I talked with Boris during the interview, he said that it was he would rank himself, the dev team, as a 4 out of 10 in terms of their communication with the player base. But I think the thing is like we get updates from them, we just never know when they're coming. They're just always randomly dropped, and that's I think that's where people get a little like disheartened. Schmebo said, at a red light, so glad I made it. TF2 is
I think they just need some mentorship, to be honest.
No, they do have people from the old BN, like as a part of the team.
I don't know if that even is like good enough now. I'm talking like somebody from a game that's modern.
That would be
be nice.
That'd be a huge hire too.
Z2 didn't talk to the community at all, and maybe that is the strategy. Don't talk. So I don't know. There's people that study this, so I'm not even sure what the right metric is to do.
Yeah, I can tell you guys, this is all speculation to me.
Yeah.
All right. AP was saying boss strike for level 50 for sure. Only issue is what boss strike we end up getting. I do feel like infection will be the first, but my only rebuttal to that is timing is rough.
I think infected is a terrible first boss strike.
I'm thinking Raiders. Just kind of go with the theme of level 1 through 46. Don't overcomplicate it.
Yeah. I don't think Bina. I think they might have it in October, but I think they'll actually just do a Raiders one instead of. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it introduces too many mechanics. That's my worry.
I just think it's bad. A bad representation of boss strike for the first. Oh, sorry, not boss strike of the game. You know, for a new player, infected basically has such a little place in Battle Nations for it to be the very first one. You know.
Yeah. Okay, and then the reward is arguably the least consequential. So those that didn't have much time to join form strong guilds ran into won't be missing out on too much. That of course. It's also that BS is relatively viable. Free-to-play counter, free-to-play agents. Yeah, I do love my FAs. Ye Old Taco. That's a hilarious name. I hopped on Battle Nations a little late as I didn't know it had made its return. Is or has there only been a schedule Madrona has in terms of when updates typically come out? Example, monthly. That's a really good question. How would you answer that?
Have been a little late and not a return. It's only been a schedule made last. I mean, they usually update. Yeah, on a monthly basis.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, they're all over the place, to be honest. Sometimes it's monthly, sometimes it's usually a month. I would say the more common theme is that it comes monthly. This time, I think it came in like a month and a half or 2 months, right?
I think month and a half is probably right on the money, but they did start teasing this update. They'll let you know about an update every month. Is basically how it's been for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's usually monthly, give and take. Plasma artillery is the most broken unit in the game. Yep. I hope we get locked at level 70 for a while. That give us the ability to continue expanding our base until we have whole map unlocked. At level 70, you unfortunately still don't have the full map unlocked, right? I got bad news about that. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. They'll add more levels, though.
Yeah, they'll add more levels for sure.
It might be 2 years, though.
It could be a while.
Yeah.
We got the TF2 times Battle Nations. I believe Z2 could have made any collab work. Yeah, it kind of sucks that we did get that collab. I thought that was so cool, and then that was kind of it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, because the game died. Boica was saying the only thing that helped free-to-play players stand a chance were plasma artilleries. Yeah, that was a huge help for free-to-play. Tom is saying plasma. They're just going on about plasma artillery. Mortar team is a unit that shouldn't need to be as strong to counter. Hot take: shock troopers are balanced. All right, AP coming down to here. We have AP was saying I only say infected as it's easier, as it's the easier boss strike. I doubt it'll be the boss strike as there isn't enough time for new players to be a part of the guild and join.
I think Raiders is an easier boss strike too. Raiders is one of the easier boss strikes. So actually, it might be the second easiest. I think Raiders is the second easiest. So Raiders is really balanced. Second easiest. We basically fight Raiders all the way up. So
yeah, I 100% agree. And let me do something here real quick.
I hope they run a Halloween. If they don't run in fact, I don't want them to run a infected boss strike, but I hope they run something Halloween based so we can at least get some infected units.
I 100% agree. That was going to be my next question to you here is how do you feel about do you think we'll get like an event for Halloween? Do you think they'll be able to pull that off?
I'm not sure. I'm very questionable, but yeah, I think maybe they could do it.
It would be.
It's very hard for me to be judgmental because I don't know the code base and I don't know their situation. So I do know that they have a lot of funds, though. That is something I do know, which is why I do come a little bit judgmental.
Yeah, so Lusum added in here. What collabs can Madrona do? TF2 again, Tank Tactics, Hatsune Miku in battle. I don't know what that is.
Neither.
I would. I mean, collabs are fun. I think the TF2 was a great implementation, especially for the style and the
Mm-hmm.
artwork that Battle Nations has. You're drowning in nanos. Um. Okay, so Law is thinking that the infected is already somewhat in the code.
Oh yeah, it is. It is.
Okay.
It's in the code. They had it. They had it leaked on accident, I guess, or maybe they didn't mean to not leak it. But when they first the full release, they had
Yep.
it going. You remember
Interesting.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not beta release, but full release, right?
Correct.
Perfect. Hey guys, just want to take a pause. I really appreciate everyone tuning in. Please, please go to Gunvi's channel right now and hit him with a subscribe button and make sure to tune in Tuesdays and Thursdays. He is keeping the Battle Nations
That's my channel link.
stream alive. Gunvi's gonna post it. Yeah, guys, please go shoot him a subscribe right now. We will be here. We will wait for you to go hit that subscribe button. We'll be right here. We're not going anywhere. But yeah, Shmeba was saying infected are already in game. Yeah, I literally fought them. Did you lose? Is the question. My memory of infected was so they were just meh units. I mean, they were niche.
Their thing is, there's a really good, like one of the best units right now is going to be an infected unit. It's the Bigfoot infected. I don't know if you've taken a look at that, but it is a really good unit. The Mauler is like one of the best units, especially for whole wave clearing. That claw is super good.
Is that's the one with like the I'm gonna try and do it now, like the crab claw? You know what I'm talking about? Okay.
Yeah, sharp. Yeah, exactly.
Like everyone should have a chance to fully expand their outpost. Yeah, Black Membrane. I would fully expect that you'll get to a point in the game with the level cap increase to where you can fully expand your outpost. I'd be pretty disappointed if you couldn't, in all honesty.
Yeah.
But in terms of new content, I doubt we're seeing any sort of new content by the end of this year. This is going to be It is multiplayer all the way. That has been confirmed by the devs. That is what their goal is.
Yeah.
Tom, probably only a few weeks.
If they wanted to add new content, they shouldn't have full released the game.
Yeah.
But at this point now, I think the better strategy is to literally just go ahead and release all of the content gradually.
Yep. Yeah, I think they did that too because they needed to start bringing in revenue to expand the team.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm pretty sure that's why they did it, which makes sense because I would if their team has expanded, they have made some money from this game. Because you weren't able to buy nanos in the beta at all, were you? All right, Gunvi, we lost you there. Yeah, Pandora's box is already open. Full send at multiplayer at that point. Yeah, that's what Boris was telling me.
I'm back.
Yeah,
can you hear me now?
Gotcha. Yep,
Okay,
we got you. I know that infection test facility doesn't work, and those who got black nanos didn't have to actually transfer into resources. You could actually get, if I'm not mistaken, you could get nanopods with black nanos. It just took forever, right?
Yeah, it's like five black nanopods for one nano. It's honestly a bad spend, to be honest. Like 5 black nanopods are worth way more than 1 nano.
Yeah, I do not. That currency exchange rate is pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I might have Imp join on here too. Let me go ahead and send him a link.
Do you usually get this much people coming by?
No. I wish. No, we don't. We're generally depending on the time of day. We're sitting anywhere from probably I'd say at our peak we'll peak at about 25, but run normally about 15 to 20, I would say. And then at the beginning and the end of the stream, it's probably in single digits.
Right. No, yeah, I'm like probably the same.
Yeah.
Probably because AP stream.
Yeah, it was definitely because of AP stream.
Maybe that's a strat for you.
Yeah, exactly. I actually popped in his stream at the end of his stream and be like, "Hey guys, you should come over here and hang out
Okay.
afterwards." But yeah, that's Imp. I shot you a. I also did a little extra advertising for this one too because you were coming over. But Imp, I shot you a link. And
Imp, we got to do an earlier stream next time, bro.
yeah, if you want to hit your stride on some brain link, or, yeah, if you want to hit your stride, I found that 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so 6 p.m. your time is a good time to do it.
Yeah, that's when I usually. His stream was just late. I mean, we streamed till like 3 a.m. I think me and him did. That was
just the
late stream.
Yeah, that is.
Started at like 10 a.m. or something. Yeah, or 10 p.m. I mean. So yeah, it was.
Those are the real Battle Nations hours right there.
Yeah, is Denny still in the chat?
I don't know if Denny's still in the chat. But Prog's just saying it would be cool to have special events every week where you're focused on a range of specific units that you were incentivized to rank up to keep using your earlier, like the Trooper or Mini Tank. That would be interesting. Again, I'm very open to see what they do. In regards to weekly events, because that will happen. All right, how do I add him to stage? Imp, you got me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, you are live on air, so you gotta not cuss.
Heard that, no problem for me.
I'm just messing with you. Oh, Tom was saying he's from the UK. Well, howdy from across the pond. He woke up to that stream. That's hilarious. you were getting the early morning commute from the Euros. Gunvi and Emperor on that late night one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tom was there. That's right. Yeah.
That's awesome, Progs. Yeah, I mean it's a So kind of want to get into this, and it's kind of the next topic here is we are very lucky to have Gunvi because he is in a very cool guild. They do a lot of these special events. What was kind of being talked about in chat, and he his guild does something, and he does a live streams for it. They're really cool. It's just kind of if you're playing Battle Nations, I would say the Gunvi is a pretty good wealth of knowledge in the game in terms of like ranking up tactics, and he's in a guild that has that too. But Gunvi, you've done simulated boss strikes, and I kind of want you to walk through that for people who might not be familiar, and just go through that. You do track it by gold, so it's not perfect math, but just kind of break it down in layman's terms here.
Yeah, so basically we started running these boss strikes, I think back in June. We had our first one, maybe June. Yeah, but basically we equivalent the gold to the amount of boss strikes, and we do that by time. So however long it took to get through a boss strike 5 waves, we would equivalent that to how much averagely gold can be accumulated. You know, that's in combination with encounters and where you go SP grind. So in this case, it's Bigfoots this time around. So we would just equivalent how much gold is accumulated over the current over the time that boss strike would have been. So boss strike used to be 5 days. So we have this chart that that maps out how much gold would be equivalent to how much you would have needed to grind for the boss strike points. So yeah,
gotcha. And so kind of going off of that here, were you limited to just because the gold drops are obviously going to be different if you're doing like rebel encounters versus a Bigfoot country, so it sounds like you were limited to Bigfoot country. How did that work?
So no, we weren't limited to Bigfoot country. We do kind of average it out in between encounters and SP at Bigfoot. So it does come down to that. Obviously, we wouldn't want to limit the users or the members to just grinding Bigfoots, because you get a lot of gold from the other place, and it usually does end up being more SP at the other places as well. And you get, gears and bars from Silver Wolves, and you get vials from Rebels. So, and we also couldn't track. It would be it would be a logistical nightmare to track players.
Yeah.
If it was just at Bigfoot's, it would be if people would want to grind their encounter. So.
Oh, it'd be gnarly. And okay, so this is interesting. So Tal Dr, how did you model unit losses? I think he's essentially saying like because it's not waves. But go ahead.
How do we model? I think he's. Yeah, we
What?
don't do that. Maybe he's. What does he mean model? Like how do we?
I think he's saying like because normally like.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing a boss strike and you're taking on waves of enemies at once, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can only get the boss strike points by completing it, or all your units die.
Mm-hmm.
For this, none of your units are going to die.
Yeah, we can track what we can track. We can't track what we can't track. So we wouldn't be able to replicate that. We just do as best as we can, trying to replicate what we have with. So like. We do have a lot of people like upgrading units and stuff and upgrading their building. So that's going to take a lot of gold. But we do kind of track that. So people are allowed to take screenshots of the gold they spent. And we just kind of use the trust system within the guild. So, so they'll turn in whatever units they spent. Gold on.
Did you get pretty good buy-in from everyone on that? I mean, was that pretty well received? Were the VCs going crazy? Talk about like the experience with that.
Yeah, well, when you grind for long periods of time, not many players want to sit and talk in VC, including myself. Like it was like the last thing I want to do while I'm grinding. I would rather just grind and watch a movie or something. Obviously, I'm streaming it, so I can't do that. But
you might get a copyright infringement on that.
Yeah. It's also a lot less fun when you're doing a sim than in comparison to a real boss strike. So, so that's another thing. It's a lot more boring, but it is a good way to rank how much power your guild, power in quotations, your guild is at.
Mm-hmm. So, but I kind of want to flip it over to you for the Empire. Does the Empire started with any challenges or anything like that? Just any like community events that aren't necessarily a part of the official game?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we've been getting, of course, the main setup on the Empire server. Mainly been building up over there because we got a few people who built some of the other Battle Nation servers. Some people who just built Battle Nation servers in general to come help us out. Got the place looking up really good, but actually, the only one, we only have two in planning. One is literally just what Gunvi's team did. We're literally stealing their concept. But it was after getting permission that we could steal it, because initially we wanted to do it, but I was like, I don't want people to think we're, ripping off. But then I was straight up told by a few of his guildmates and Gunvi himself that they wanted other people to, do that, get that concept. So, of course, we're going to be sure to make sure, this isn't our concept. It's something, we're actively taking from the community. And then also, we're just looking to do maybe some more community-style events, maybe something between some of the YouTubers, like, for example, Law, AP, you guys, of course, and maybe just some more community stuff like that. But mainly just getting them all set up, because at least for us, our thought process is we have no clue what it's going to arrive at, so we just tell all our members to, grind the game now, try to get max level, try to get maxed out wins, that type of stuff, and then when they get here, whatever state they get here in, we can play it as is,
Yep. Yeah, I'm tracking. And I think you're fine. I will go to war with MM. No, I'm joking. But I think you're like, I'm not Gunvi. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I don't think MM is going to be terribly like concerned if people adopt the pseudo boss strike idea. I don't think that is copywritten.
No, of course not. I mean, we would like to see your guys' numbers. I mean, it's more beneficial for us, no? So to see,
absolutely, get more information on everybody else.
Scouting report.
That's the truth of it, I mean, the truth, and it's good content. It's something I would like to watch and see another creator stream the boss strike. I'm sure Imp will. I think you have one coming up, Imp, right? It's pretty soon. I think it's the same week, actually. We have another one of ours coming up. So we might be able to go against each other there. Yours is on the... Oh, no, yours is the next week after. But, I would like to see... Imp, are you going to be streaming the entire boss strike?
Yes, I'm looking to at least for my guild when we do our simulator, of course, and then when real boss strikes come out, of course, like all of us, going to be streaming the news and everything up to it. When we
Right.
do our actual tame boss strikes, you guys do it. I know you said you do it tracking by gold. When you guys do the time scale, were you doing 5-day scale or old band scale? How long was the time scale basically?
It's a 5-day. Yeah. I would recommend you limit it to 3 days, though. Just to
That
not
makes
burn
sense.
out your
I got you. Yeah,
members.
especially first try, absolutely.
I gotta imagine that the burnout at day 5 is not fun.
Yeah. It's less motivating, so it's like a motivation to a burnout scale. So
Yeah.
whatever, the more motivation you have, the less burnout. But there's a lot less motivation to do a boss strike. So
Yep.
I'd say be careful with that.
So one of the fun things that PWar has been doing, and I want to do a little bit of self promo here, is we have we've every guild is starting to create their own version of events, and it's been a ton of fun. But what we've been doing is right now what's going on is we have a bingo card with every square has a bunch of different challenges in the game right now, right? And essentially, if you are able to whoever fills out their bingo card first, is at the top of the leaderboard, so on and so forth. But it has been fun just to see the community kind of come together and just make these sims or events or whatever they might be, just while there is that kind of content gap. And people have gotten really creative with it too. It looks like Tom is praying to do a sim soon. GF Goodfellas. Yeah, it would be fun. It is a bit of a time commitment, I will say. But and kind of so that's an interesting question here too. So like, is it? I'm sure it's heavily encouraged that members are able to do so. Correct? Like participate.
Oh yeah. Well, it's also it's also dependent on whether you get in the. We have two guilds, so we want to be fair to our members. So obviously people can't participate in certain weekends, and that's the thing. But
yeah.
We want to give people a chance, so we're just going to be running sims until the end, until we see a boss strike. So, but yeah, if you participate in the sim, you have a better chance at getting in the main guild. So it's heavily incentivized and to go ahead and do the sim. Yeah. It is penalized as well, if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean it's a good opportunity to show off. So are you just rocking with? Are you just rocking with the feeder and then a main right now, or you up to 2 feeders?
We're working with a feeder and a main. We should be. We're going to be doing some more recruiting, some more aggressive recruiting. So, and we've slacked back our things, and then we'll probably make a third guild because KRM wants to be a competitive guild. So we'll probably do a more casual guild when we start going down the line.
Yeah.
I don't know if back in the day, but BSR had like 9 feeder guilds.
It was insane. It was absolutely nuts.
So I don't know if that's what MM wants to do. I don't know if we all want to manage that because obviously there's a long pipeline up to the top if we have 10 feeder guilds.
And dude, that sounds like a corporate nightmare, essentially. I mean, but I personally, I just don't have the time to run a guild, so I am thankful to the leaders and everything who are able to do that, from PWar to GF to MM, and to all of those people taking that initiative. And if you are one of those people taking that initiative, can you walk me through maybe some of the challenges you've had with starting a guild? I gotta imagine that's got to be tough in terms of just managing everything all at once.
Yeah, I had myself muted. Sorry about that.
You're good?
Yeah, what I was just saying is that, yeah, absolutely, 100%, especially considering, you're playing this weird cat and mouse game where, a lot of people, are imagining they're just going to be brought back as they were, and imagine they will, but we got to, imagine there's going to be some big changes. So just trying to take those into account, getting people vetted. And I was actually, one of my questions for Gunvi is, I'm really glad he had told us that, it's not required to get into the main, but, if, you work hard at these gold grinding guilds, you're probably going to look better in front of the main, on day one. But until we get that day one boss strike where, we know what it looks like in game. We know how it functions, and more importantly, we can get boss point reports for every single one of our members, and then we can just compare it by that. It's kind of hard to do. So yeah, would definitely say it's hard to do, especially with not even having a single boss strike yet.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, at this point, and maybe I'm wrong here, there isn't a measurement for how somebody will do. You can obviously see their units, see what they've mass produced, but you kind of have to go on that gut instinct when you're recruiting right now, and just making sure, like, yeah, this is going to be a good fit, like it's a good cultural fit, like just making sure everything's kind of round up. Yeah, I'm hoping all guilds start to do these sims. Yeah, I mean, I would like to see it. But it's gonna be so hard to be motivated. But it would.
By the way, I think Membrane was the one who came up with the sim idea, if I'm not wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Membrane, can you you want to leave a comment? Just say like how fun or awful it was to come up with that. Basically, how did you propose it? Like, what was drawing board to implementation? Did you change Gunvi? Did you change anything from V1 to V2? Like, during the second iteration, was anything changed? Like, did you learn something from the first one?
Did we learn anything?
Did you change anything? Kind of.
Did we learn? I don't think we changed. Yeah, not much. We didn't change. We basically just rescaled it for the current encounters.
Okay.
And then the first one went really smoothly. It was really good. And we just kind of went. I mean, obviously and then we gave people more deductions because we want people to keep leveling their units during the sim.
Sure.
So that was basically it. It was a really good idea from the start.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And deductions make a ton of sense too. You want to be able to. You don't want to pause to rank up your units.
Yeah, you want to give them credit for even for their gold they spent. So,
did you find like any like confliction in terms of like, oh, I have these units that are R6 that are going to be really good for a boss strike, but also I don't want to use my R6 units because I want the SP going towards other things? Or was it just we're balls to the wall with R6? Or you see what I'm saying?
You mean in terms of people, the utilization, like what units they use during the sim?
Did you find people were using a lot of R6 units during it, or did people want to use like units they're trying to level up?
Units are trying to level. I would say almost nobody, with the exception of a very slim few, did it with R6 units, because it's like you're spending so much time. We don't have our max units anyways. It's the best way to grind SP. It's kind of like a double whammy. You get gold on top of it, which some of the newer players struggle with. So
yep. Yeah, I think y'all are gonna be good on gold for now. I'm not really worried too much, but yeah, it is. I mean, the gold grind. Imp, you are the lore expert here. When does gold start flowing enough to where you don't have to worry about it anymore? What level?
I would say it really depends, because first I just want to say it actually depends, at least in my view right now, player activity. If you're the type of person who just clears every single wild infestation you have, you're probably already sitting at 10, 20 million gold. Gold isn't an issue for you. But a lot of people, they play, just the missions, they play just what they have to. And for those people, gold can be an issue all the way up, believe it or not, to the 60s, even maxed out, because some of those later stage stuff, they understand gold isn't an issue anymore. You're just focusing on, tier 4, tier 5 resources. So they just say, okay, give us 1 million gold for this random mission, and like, you're struggling with that. Absolutely. Right. But no, for me, I would just say it depends, but mainly just keep your wild levels on. But I would say even right now, I'm really not struggling with that much gold, but I will say I did just, build up a lot and almost lose it to endless, but we ended up doing a different deal after that. But I would guess level around kind of where we're entering, late 40s, mid 50s, 60s. What about you guys? Gunvi, Hobby, what do you guys believe?
I would say even as low as level 30, that gold becomes less of a constraint, because at level 30, I think 30, 35, we got those new encounters. You guys remember those really good encounters, which are actually still probably the best encounters now.
Huh.
I think they gave more SP back then, and they were easier to kill. They don't give more gold, though. but I would say they're probably better SP. But the gold we get now is better. But at level 35, we get a huge gold and SP drop. So, or 31 even, I think it's where we get that. But yeah, back then it was. I think it probably at that level, you're probably done with gold constraints if you play regularly. If you log in every day.
Yeah, if you log in every day, you're gonna be totally fine there. Kind of want to take a second to highlight Black Membrane here. He said the idea came to me while I was thinking of BX, and I found a fairly decent comparison between boss strike points and gold earned. MM wants to be a boss strike guild, just itching to be one of those. Yeah, and Tal said it here too. It's inflated at that level. I think that's kind of exactly right.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe it's because it only level 30 was available at the time, so I had a lot of time to dwell on level 30. But I don't remember it being particularly after that like an issue. And I've been hovering at like 26 million gold for the longest time because I just keep ranking up random things.
Mm-hmm.
So Imp, are you able to give us an official account count? Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, no. How many accounts? Yeah, I can tell you how many I have publicly, and yeah, of course I have more privately. But yeah, I can tell you how many I have publicly. So a lot of my private accounts, believe it or not, are either just to get to a point in the game where I feel like will be easier to get on level. Like for example, I leveled up a lot of accounts to level 10 and level 8 because I thought that would be around where the friend requirements were. Then they dropped the new friend list, and one, it's a little buggy, but two, you can't just do
a little is an understatement.
Yeah, fair. I'm trying to be nice, but yeah, you get exactly what I mean. But seriously, it's super nice towards early players. So I feel like going through the early process of the game is going to be so much easier now, and that's exactly where we need to focus on. As you two gentlemen talked about, the game needs to be more friendly earlier on. But yeah, to answer your question, I'm just kind of like where it is right now. I mean, what would you say?
Well, he asked you how many accounts did you have then?
Well, no. Well,
publicly.
Okay. I was trying to dodge the question, but
okay, we're good. We're good.
No.
Well, he can say his public one.
I'll say it's public. Yeah, not private. Yeah. To clarify. Okay, yeah. Publicly, I still only have 5. I have my main guild. I have my main Emperor account. I have the YouTube Battle Nations Emperor.
That's
right.
hilarious.
That one. I have the Twitch Battle Nations, Have that one as well. I have another account, which I've been building up, which is almost maxed because I'm trying to get ready to reveal. And then I have a 5th account, which was in the Patreon. It has limited edition profile pictures.
Nice.
I'm really proud about that account. I'm going to reveal that account soon, too, once it maxes out as well. And those are the 5 I have publicly. And then I have many, many more privately.
All right, so Red Tech Engineer is just saying that you have 365 times 2, which is 730. So you have 730 accounts, it sounds like.
Potentially. Also, I'm just going to say this. What really kind of motivated me, besides just, the addiction to Battle Nations, is also, Battle Nations really is one of those games that if you've never tried it, try playing 2, even 3, 4 bad games of Battle Nations at a time. You can do it. Like right now, look at the gameplay you're playing right now. You notice how that's at like 2-3 seconds in between each input? You can play 3 games in between those inputs and literally run Battle Nations at 300% while not even rushing that much. It's pretty crazy. So when I say I have all these accounts, I do want people to keep in mind, a lot of times I'm playing multiple accounts at once. In fact, when progressing, you absolutely have to play multiple accounts at once. I'm curious if that'll become more of a strategy when we get into boss strikes.
I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, boys.
Yeah, you go ahead. Yeah, I had 2 accounts back in the day, and by back in the day I mean when the game first existed. So back under the Z2 era. But yeah, as of right now, I'm not in a position to where I just have the time to do so. I'm having fun ranking up units on my 1 account.
Dude, heard that, man. Dude, yeah, that's pretty awesome. And again, the only reason I really did it is another thing. We never got to feeders. At least we were talking about that. I just want to clarify. The Empire has 1 main and 4 feeders, and I manage all 4 feeders with one of my alt account. That is the current plan going forward, and will be the plan going forward 4 more feeders. But yeah, and especially just with friends being added, whatnot. I feel there is going to be a point to at least have an alt. I feel everybody should at least have 1 alt. But the more you have, I feel, of course, the better. If you couldn't tell from my strategy.
Oh yeah, but I'm kind of with Rye here. I'm one and done. I am Terminator 98. I probably should have made my name Hobby Hangout. But well, we're rocking with the olds. I might change my name. Chat, what do y'all think? Should I change my name to Hobby Hangout or just keep it Terminator? I don't know. We'll figure that one out later. But yeah,
I have my input on that. Change it, please.
Change it.
Hey,
I
so
probably need to change it. Yeah, go
well,
ahead,
actually, I was just gonna say real quick, if you don't mind, like I have the screen load up real quick. Want me to make an account right now before nobody steals it? Because I already got maxed Caplock Gunvi and a few other Battle Nations YouTubers just if they ever want it back. Do you want me real quick to secure Hobby Hangout for you?
So if you delete it, I can take it, right?
That or I could just give you, whichever you prefer.
Well, I'm not going to play a second account. It would be, can I?
I would get that account name right now if I were you.
Straight up, like that's the only reason. Like as soon as he starts saying, "Oh, I want it," I'm like, "Bro, you better secure that especially on stream." Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
I would change it right now.
Yeah, how do I change my name?
Go back to the main menu.
All right, we're retreating here. All right, real time name change. This is going to cost nanos, ain't it?
No, it's free. It's the first one's free.
Yeah, the first one's free. It's only 25 nanos after, correct?
And then go to account, or maybe it's at top left. Let me see. Let me search around for it a bit. Do you know where it's at, him?
Yeah, account. He's got it. I think Hobby's already sniffing it out. Yeah, you were.
What is it?
Go back to where you were. Yeah, the settings.
Yep.
Account. And Madrona ID, and you have to go through that process. Which I mean, that will take you to the Madrona. So don't click on it until you're ready. And then
I'm pretty sure it's in game.
Okay, my bad. It might be an in-game pro. I just went through the Magone Grains website, but yeah, chat. Yeah, you're right. You can just
click your name. Click your name.
Click your username. Yep.
So not your profile pic, but your username.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a much easier way of doing that. I'll be honest. I always did through the majority.
So I should do the underscore.
Yeah, just click your name. Yeah, click your name.
Should I just Yeah.
You got it. Oh wait, do you want to do an undercut, or do you just want to do it together? Also, it is cap sensitive. So, like for example, Gunvi has Gunvi G and then lowercase, but I have all caps Gunvi.
Dude, what am I?
Bro took Gunvi crazy.
So it's just which do you want?
My handle's Hobby_Hangout.
Okay, so yeah, that's your handle. By all means, grab
I would just do Hobby Hangout.
Yeah, whatever. We're Hobby_Hangout. If I want to change it, I'll change it.
It's only 25 nanos anyways.
Yeah, we're good. I will bite the 50 cents on that if I really need to. All right, we are now Hobby Hangout on YouTube.
I'm trying to find Gunvi in all caps. I can't find it.
Heard. It might be. I'm only level 5 on that account. I just started playing it. Like, remember I told you I made it like on Among Us a few nights ago. So yeah, I just recently started playing it.
We gotta get some Among Us going, by the way.
Oh, by all means, I'm down for that. That's Gunvi's deal. So Gunvi is definitely.
I know he's got to be the host for that. That'd be a ton of fun.
Yeah, we have a lobby coming Thursday with Tio. I'll get AP, and then Murph would be nice. Well, maybe we'll do all battle. Denny, do all Battle Nations creators, I think, and then we'll have some people sub in if we lose. Yeah, let me get that. Yeah, I'll get that ball rolling.
Perfect.
Let me put that in the chat.
So guys, I do wanna first off say, gonna wind down here for the night. I work super early, so this is getting pretty late for me. Thank you, Black Ben Brain, for taking Hobby Hangout. Make sure to take the profile picture too. It's not exclusive. But you had to be a Patreon member. But yeah, Imp, I'm gonna kick it to you here first, and then Gunvi will go to you. Imp, I want to get final thoughts here, and also how you think the new updates, how quick you think that's going to be to repair.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, so I'm gonna take about 30 minutes, make sure nobody's doing anything on the stuff, because I mean I already did that, like you guys were talking earlier, making sure nobody step on anybody's toes. So assuming nobody else is streaming right now in the Battle Nation community, I'm probably gonna start streaming.
You do not have to take 30 minutes either, by the way. You could just
I'd say just start streaming right now, so you get
that's pretty smart. Yeah, I'm already booting up OBS. That's a pretty smart idea. Yeah. So gonna do that. But as far as the update goes, I completely understand you guys, and I think you guys are a bit more strategical about it. I'm honestly still even a year later, I'm still starstruck we got Battle Nations back. Anything to keep this game alive with, I'm in love with. As far as the friends tab being glitchy, I don't really care. I understand. New players may be being scared off about, and that's the only really part I'm serious about. But for me, I'm just happy to have this game back. I love it at the way it's progressing. And yeah, I mean, really no thoughts other than just, I hope it continues to go well. I hope we continue to progress as we do. And yeah, I love Madrona games. I know that sounds like I'm a glazer, but I mean, just hell, I love this game. I love this team. I can't really say much more.
Hey, dude, I'm about it. I love Madrona games here too. Gumby, before I kick it to you guys, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. We are Battle Nations Radio. We are here every Wednesday at 6 p.m. I will replace that time if there's a conflict with AP, but just keep notifications on, and looking forward to seeing everyone here soon. And make sure to check out Imp's stream literally right after this. Imp, I'm going to go grab a quick bite to eat, and then I will be popping on. Gunvi, final thoughts here. Where you'd like to see the game go, kind of, we talked about it earlier. I know you, where you would, if you were, you know, John Madrona here, where are you taking the game by the end of the year, and final thoughts?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. For the end of the year, I would say we would like to see guilds, boss strike, and if they're going to add rating and occupations, I think that's a great ending there. Mm-hmm. And also, if they can, actually, I would slide in PvP there too, with like a soft PvP requirement. But if they can do it, if they get those guilds and occupations out first, I would say that's where the guilds, boss strikes, and occupations. I'd say if you can get to there, PvP would be great. But yeah, guys can go check me out at Gunvi on YouTube. I'll be live tomorrow on Thursday with an Among Us stream. Hobby, would you be open to joining that?
Yeah, let's talk. Let's work out the details offline. I'll hit you up in the morning. But yeah, that sounds like fun.
Awesome. And Emp, you're in too?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm definitely down for that. It sounds like this one's going to be the big one. It sounds like we're going to have all the boys there and not even record it. Yeah, it sounds going to be good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right.
Thank you for having me, Hobby. Dude, W Radio, I think this is kind of like our radio station. I'm cool with this being like the official community spot for all the creators to meet up. I think that's kind of the spot you've carved out for it, Hobby, and honestly, I love this thing.
Well, perfect. I love it. I'm happy the format works out well. It's easy for y'all to join too. But I think Gunvi is probably our official game sponsor here, it sounds like. But yeah, I appreciate it. Guys, we're going to Battle Nations Emperor stream. Battle Nations Emperor, if you can drop your YouTube channel in the chat, please, for everyone.
We'll doing it now.
And then I'll let you post that, and we'll kind of kick it off here for tonight. And then we're going to go, this was the after party. We're going to go to the after party.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Black Man Brain, I appreciate you hanging out, and I appreciate what you've done with the community too of creating the boss strike sim. That's been a really cool thing to see come together. Alrighty, Rye, Lukem, cheers, y'all. All right.